Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing with you a library book sale haul. I went to the same book sale that I did in the spring to get some more school books and classic literature and picture books and all of the above. So we found some really good finds today. I went with my two girls. They're actually gonna pop on at the end of this video to share the finds that they got and the approved finds that they got, because they definitely found a lot of books, but we can only get so many. What I did different this time when we went to the book sale, because I had never been to this one in the spring, I went right to the children's section and really focused on picture books and like living books for children's literature, read alouds and that sort of thing. This time when I went, I made a beeline for like their classic literature, so I could kind of build more of like our high school level reading books. And also there was a list of authors that I brought that I was looking to get that were classic literature because I wanted to read them. And so I did that first. I think I got about 20 timeless living books that I'll share with first. And then I went over to the children's section, which they do have a ton of children's books. They have a great selection, so I was able to get some picture books and some mysteries and some more contemporary books as well. And we even got a game and puzzle and things. So I'll first show you the classic literature books that I got that I'm really excited to start reading. If you've seen any of my book reviews, I've been plugging away at like more classic literature, 1800s for the most part, I've been focused on. So those have just been really good and life-giving to me. And so maybe you will see some that you've read or that have been on your list as well. Okay, so I have mentioned in my book review videos that I've really been into Thomas Hardy. I should say I've read 2 of his books this past year and thought they were both incredible, Tess of the D'Urberville and Far from the Man-Eating Crowd. So I went right to find his books because I wanted to plug away at those and read more. I got The Return of the Native, The Mayor of Casterbridge, The Woodlanders. So I got those 3. Now keep in mind, let me just tell you the prices of this specific library book sale. The softcover books for the adult sections are $1, and then their hardcover books are $2. It's a great price. There's sometimes, if it's a new release, which I didn't really buy any of, they'll have a different sticker price on them. For the children's books, they're 50 cents for a softcover and $1 for the hardcover. So keep that in mind, getting these for $1, which is really amazing. Elizabeth Gaskell. So this is Cranford. Now, I love the Cranford movie series, but I've never read the book, so I'm excited about that. And also, Leo Tolstoy was one that I went looking for specifically and did find a copy of War and Peace. Now, how long this book will take me to read, I have no idea. But I did get a copy of that. Same with Les Mis, which is also a very long book. I got a copy of that as well. And then we have a few by Nathaniel Hawthorne. So I got The Celestial Railroad and The House of Seven Gables. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which even though this was in the, I think of the adult section in the classic lit, I feel like that's definitely a family read aloud. And then, of course, Moby Dick, which I did not read in high school like so many people. So Moby Dick and the Inferno, Dante's Inferno, which I've also never read and found out as I was unpacking my books from the van that my husband actually has read that book. So surprising how many books he's read that I have not read, when I feel like I was a good reader, but I don't think I read as much classic lit as maybe some people did in high school. Hans Andersen's fairy tales. So these are more Charlotte Mason, like family books. I got the Andersen fairy tales, and actually we found a hard copy of the full collection of the Grimm's fairy tales. So I'm really excited about that because in our homeschool co-op, they've been assigned every other week a Grimm's fairy tale. And I've just had to like print off a copy of it online because I didn't have the Grimm's fairy tale collection. So now we do. So that's going to be really great. Great Expectations. So I've been working on getting the Charles Dickens books too. I first read Oliver Twist because my oldest daughter is going to be reading that as part of her Ambleside Online year 5. And after I read Oliver Twist, my sister's book club, we actually read The Tale of Two Cities. So I figured I need to just start getting some more Charles Dickens books and add to my collection as I get through reading them. And then The Cricket in Times Square, which we'll read as a family, I'm sure. These are nicer copies, so they do have some, like, you know, prettier looking books too. And they're the same price, $2. But they don't have as much of a collection of the books that I was looking for. So even though a lot of these were like the classic, like were the soft cover, for only $1, I figured down the road, if I find a hardcover, I can just gift it to a friend. David Copperfield, Charles Dickens, Vanity Fair by Thackeray. So I did get 2 nice copies. This Side of Paradise by Scott Fitzgerald, which I've never read, and The Great Gatsby, which I've also never read, by Scott Fitzgerald. So 2 of his books. Then the other thing which I wanted to do at the book sale, and they have it twice a year, is to get second copies of Shakespeare plays, because my girls are doing it in co-op, and the teacher would really like them to have their own copy to follow along. So we got As You Like It. It's the one they are currently doing, and I figured with 4 kids, a 5th one on the way, it'll be really helpful to have second copies of our Shakespeare plays so that we can follow along. I went to look for $1, right? Because I went to look at the PDF to print the Shakespeare play, and it was like 200 pages. Obviously, it's super thick. And to print that, just paper and ink, I was like, forget it. I'm like, I know I'm going to that book sale in a few weeks, and I'm going to find a copy for less than $1 or so, and we'll just get it then. So I got 2 more books. These are also books that, this one I already had. It's Jane Eyre, but it was a really pretty hard copy book, and so I'll just give away my other soft cover that's actually in really bad shape that I've had a really long time. So I got a new copy of Jane Eyre we did not have yet through The Looking Glass, which is after Alice in Wonderland, which we have. Okay, so that was everything that I got in the category of classic lit. The next books that I will show you are probably the most fun to shop for, and that is picture books. Picture books are just fun, and we like to have kind of a rotating basket in our living room that the kids can grab and read. I know my 9-year-old specifically really likes to look through those books, but we'll do like fall, winter, Christmas, Valentine's, you know, all the different seasons, and we get to pull out these beautiful picture books that we have been collecting. It's a great way to kind of revisit the books that you may have forgotten about that are just beautiful living books in picture books. Now, I do have a few twaddles, which I'll mention, that, you know, are just humorous and fun to have as well. So these are $1 for a hard copy and 50 cents for soft. So some of these I just got because I remember them from when I was little. So this is Frances. And then a friend, there's a lot of homeschool moms there that we kind of planned all to be there. And so we were literally going through the children's collection together, which was a lot of fun. And do you have this? 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 And so anyway, we were giving each other recommendations. So she said this one's super cute. My boys would love it. It's called Chicken Soup with Rice, A Book of Months. Little book. Tree is nice. Last time I did get a few of these Tommy DiPaolo, but I did not have this one yet. The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush. Or this one, The Desert. The Desert is Theirs. Now, we do have a copy of The Mitten. It's one of my favorite books to put in the winter collection. So I just grabbed it because it was 50 cents and thought I could put it in our homeschool co-op group to see if anybody didn't have it yet. We don't have any of the Paddington books. So we got Paddington Bear, this one, and then Paddington's Garden. So those will be fun. Like the garden one I might put out in like our spring basket. Okay, so then they actually had quite the collection of the Madeline books, which I read when I was a little girl. So this was a lot of fun, and we'll have to get more of them. But they had these 2 for 50 cents. So this is Madeline in London, and Madeline and the Bad Hat. I think I do remember that one. And then they had this nice copy for only $2. So sometimes if it's a special book, they'll put a sticker on it. But it's Madeline's Christmas. And I've actually had this in my thrift book cart, but it was like $8, so I just never checked out with it. So I was really happy about these finds as well. And we got another winter one for the winter basket, Norman and the Doorman. And then these 3, they're kind of twaddle, but we really think they're hilarious. And I'm sure you have heard of them before, but there was an old lady. They're so funny. So we got some new ones that we didn't have yet. There was an old lady who swallowed some snow, who swallowed a cow for summer, and an old lady who swallowed a rose. So we'll put those in the rotating basket. So those will be hilarious. I'm sure my 9-year-old will get a kick out of those. And then this one I was super excited about for $1. This is The Fox Went Out on a Chilly Night. It's such pretty illustrations, but that was a folk song that we learned, and it's the whole folk song. Fox went out on a chilly night, you know, pray for the moon to something. I don't know, my girls probably know it. But anyway, yeah, there they go. They can see it. So we got a copy of that. And then these ones, I remember from when I was a little girl, these illustrations. So this is The Missing Terrace. So I got one of those. And then one thing that this book sale has a lot of are the early readers. And my 5-year-old, he's almost 6, he's been learning to read. And we have some early readers, but they had the Arthur, the little monkey guy. And so I grabbed those because I remember reading these when I was a kid. So I thought those would be fun to add to our first reader collection. So Arthur's Loose Tooth and Arthur's Prize Reader. So I got those two as well. So I also just finished the Harry Potter series, finally, after a very long time. And so the J.K. Rowling, my sister is actually going to have this one. It's a new book, but it was still only, I think, $2. I think this may have been in the adult section. If it wasn't, it was $1 if it was in the kids section. But this is the Harry Potter, the Cursed Child. This is like the story after the Harry Potters. I think it's about Harry Potter's son. And it's coming out as a movie next year. And so my sister, who runs our virtual book club, is going to do this one. So I'm pretty sure I did get this for $1. I think it was in the kids section. And they also had this one by J.K. Rowling, the Ichabod, which I had never heard of before. But I looked at it, and I think it was just $1 or $2 because it was in the kids section. But it has like illustrations as well. Beautiful book. It's like brand new. It's like, so I'm excited to read that one too. I'll probably pre-read it before I read it with the kids. Okay, then we kind of go into junior high, young adult literature. So this series, my sister recommended she grab them all. She's bought one for us. So now I'm going to have to keep track of which books I have. She said they're so good. So I'm going to read them too. Just like the Harry Potter series, I do try to pre-read if I can. But these are the Artemis Fowl collection. So there were 2 hard copies in here. But she said they're about a boy. It's a kind of mystery, like sci-fi, fantasy. So she got a whole bunch of those. And she said my oldest would really like them. And she said they're great books that I would probably like them as well. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try. I did get over to their mystery section. They're really, really organized, which is fantastic. And I've heard so many good things about Agatha Christie, which I've never read Agatha Christie. I feel like I'm so not well read as I thought I was. So I just went ahead and got 2 of her books just to see what I think of them. And you know, these were just $1. So, and then there were none, and the Halloween Party. So we'll give these a try, Agatha, and see how your mystery lines up. I have been working on getting the Nancy Drew series, you know, just like from when I was a girl. So I've been keeping track. I didn't really want like the plastic covers. I like these paper cover ones. Just like look a little bit older and prettier. And so when I've been seeing them, I knew they were going to be $1 at this book sale. And so I got quite a few in the spring. So I've just been keeping track of which ones I have. So I think I got 7 more to add to our Nancy Drew mystery collection. My girls have not started reading these. I hope they will soon. I told them I think they'll really like them. They're mystery, but I think maybe they're just not there yet. So then we got 3 random things, and then my girls are going to share with you some fun things that they got as well. So they have games there, games and puzzles and all sorts of things that I just never really got around to looking. I think the games were $1 to $4. So, you know, the sweet older ladies that check you out, I don't even know how they price this stuff, but I don't know if I spent maybe $2 on this, the Guess in 10 game. We didn't have this one, and my girlfriend actually found it. And she's like, do you have this one? I'm like, no. And it's like literally brand new. It's like, like no one even used it. So that was a good find, and it's perfect for my older girls. And then my oldest daughter, oh, she actually found this. So maybe I'll just share it. But she actually found this. It's duets for piano. But it's like American folk songs. So they both play piano. I teach them, and this will be a lot of fun. Then this one I actually found in their history children's collection. It was $2 though. And this is the, like, how the cathedral was made with all the pictures. The reason I grabbed this was because when I was doing Ambleside Year 2 with my daughter last year, when we studied the cathedrals and the Gothic, architecture and all of that, Ambleside actually recommended a few books, and you could see some of the images online of like how it was made and everything. But the books that they recommended were actually out of print. And so when I looked at this one, I was like, oh, this is like almost exactly what was listed on the website as on the forum of like books that was recommended. So I'm like, this will be really helpful for when my other kids go through that same time period, and just, that they can kind of see how the cathedrals were made. So that was everything that we got. I was really happy with all those finds, especially the classic literature, which gets picked over so quickly. We got there right when it opened, actually 15 minutes before it started, but they were letting us in. So the girls are going to come over, and they just grabbed a couple things. I think I let them get like 4 things or something. They're going to come in and show you what they got as well.
I got this one because I really like these series.
Amelia Bedelia.
Mm-hmm.
So which one is Amelia Bedelia Bookworm? She doesn't have that one yet, so she's been kind of collecting them.
And then I got a notebook.
50 cents, right?
No, $1.
I know she said 50 cents. Though.
Mother Goose.
So they have pop-up books. You don't bring it that close. Like that. There you go. They have pop-up books. So she got picked out 2 pop-up books for her and to read to her brothers too.
And then this is the other one.
Yeah, it's like C. So that was nice. And this one was actually a really cute book that she found. I think
In a Pickle, another funny. I can't read that one.
They had like an area that was like funny books, and so this one was called In a Pickle. But she read us a few, and it's like, sayings that you hear, like he keeps beating around the bush. And it's like, where did that saying even come from? What's meaning, the history behind it. And she read me like the different ones. This was actually a really cute find. And I guess it was in their funny book collection.
And then I am the puzzle girl of the family, so I got this one for Christmas. It's the Nativity.
Yeah. Cute. So she picked out a puzzle as well. And we'll do that probably in the Christmas season. So good finds, Juliet. All right, Adelaide, let's see what you got.
This knitting and felt book, which was actually $19 brand new, which I thought was a really good find.
Yep.
And this detailed comic book.
Brand new.
Because I've gotten some in the past, but like they were from when I was there, so they put like scribbled in and stuff.
This is a $15 book, and it's literally never been used. Brand new. So she really likes those like detail coloring books.
And I'm really into Lord of the Rings right now, and so I got all my own DVDs of all the movies.
So these were the DVDs are only 50 cents, and the kids like to have, that's fine. The kids like to have DVDs for the car, and these are not the extended version. So a couple of scenes that are a little bit more scary are not in these DVDs as well.
History.
Yeah. So that is what Adelaide grabbed too. So we had a lot of good finds. We had a good time. It was nice to take the morning off of school and just go shopping and do our little book sale. So we hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you like those book sale hauls and you enjoy them too. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.